everyone. Welcome to Three Themes at Three. I'm Kris and
I'm Allison.
And we are so excited to be with you today. Thank you so much for choosing to spend some time with us. I know it's the holidays. It's busy, 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 but we have a really fun week planned ahead for you. So welcome to Three Themes at Three, where theme number 1 is something to smile about, theme number 2 is something to learn, and theme number 3 is something to discover. Let's go. Hi everyone, welcome to Three Themes at Three. I am so excited for this week because this week we are talking about holiday traditions from all around the world. So our contributors, 4 days, and we have chosen 4 countries to focus on. So you do not want to miss this week. Every single day there's going to be something new to learn about how people celebrate all over the world. And to help me do that today, I've got Allison and Rebecca with me. Hi guys.
Hello. know.
Oh,
So
my
excited for
goodness.
today.
Yes. And Allison, I got to say, I'm digging the shirt today. The
I know.
sweatshirt.
Is this not so cute?
I think it's kind of
you kind of designed it for all of us.
I like it.
So Z and Crystal and Linda kind of started it at the
Yes,
warehouse.
they did.
And they put it on sweatshirts.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, can I copy? And then my cute granddaughter who works at the warehouse in shipping, she's like, I want to be one of the cool kids. So yes, she got one too.
Now
and
I want
it's so
one.
fun.
I
know. And it's red. I wore it on purpose today because the
Yes.
country that we're talking about, they really love to decorate in red. So.
Yes, they do. So with that, what are we going to be sharing today?
We are talking about the country of Sweden. Sweden has some really fun traditions and some things that they do in their country.
Yes, they
and
do.
When we get to choose, you asked me today, are your ancestors from Sweden? I'm like, no, but my brother spent some time over there. And so just some of the really fun things that we have in our house and the traditions that come, I thought that maybe I would share.
I love that. And I want to hear in the comments if anyone has ancestry from Sweden. Are you from Sweden? Do you do any Swedish traditions? Because it would be fascinating to learn, who else celebrates in the way that they do. So,
and I've never been to Sweden, so if I get some things wrong, I apologize. This is Allison's interpretation of Sweden.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I love what I'm seeing here. So let's go ahead and get started tell us a little bit more about how they celebrate there.
Okay, so there was some very interesting things, some really fun things. So the first thing is that in Sweden, they start with a celebration called Santa Lucia Day, which is on December 13th.
Yes.
Now, so they choose, every village actually chooses a young girl who has to have long blonde hair. She wears 4 candles and she has a procession, and it's in memory of Saint Lucia, who was actually martyred. And so that kind of starts out the tradition. Now, they started Advent calendars, so to speak. And it's not necessarily Sweden that does this, but they have candles and they light candles. They call it the season of light. And so they light candles on the Sunday leading up till Christmas. And so it's either an Advent calendar of 4 candles or 7, depending on when they start.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have my Advent calendar of 7.
It's beautiful.
Yes, it comes in a circle. I mean, sometimes it's, a pyramid, but I thought this one would be fun because of you guys have all seen the procession of Saint Lucia that comes in.
Yeah.
So they actually so he actually helps do the farm work and feed the animals and everything.
Santa does this.
Well,
Well, it's a good thing he's working hard instead of just making his elves do all the
right,
work.
right. Yeah, so I mean, I think that's really fun. Gingerbread is also a big, they do a lot of gingerbread houses, and then they like to wrap their presents in brown paper with twine. So they're very earthy, very, back to nature and very simple in their decorations. So they decorate in red and white, and they decorate a lot with the outdoors. So pine cones and gingerbread and trees and branches and garland.
More
and
of
you've all
that
seen,
natural.
you've all seen the red horses, and I don't know that they are famous for, but a lot of red and white. But you guys are going to love this. Their biggest tradition, and the whole country does this, at 3 o'clock on Christmas Eve, everything kind of shuts down. They have to be home because they all watch a program on TV. Do you guys have any idea what that program is?
No.
Any of you out there?
I've never heard of this.
Rudolph?
Okay.
Not
Does
Rudolph.
anyone know the Dela horses?
Yeah, that's what the red horses are called.
Oh, Heidi is just saying that. What program are they watching at 3
Anybody
o'clock?
know?
I have no idea.
Okay, 3 o'clock on Christmas Eve.
Aren't they watching
You have to
3
be
at 3?
home. Well, they should be watching 3 at 3.
Exactly.
Donald Duck.
Oh, Heidi got
Donald,
it.
yes,
No
Heidi Todd knew it.
way.
Donald
You are
Duck.
my
No, they watched the cartoon Donald Duck. Started in the 1920s, and they actually air it across the whole country, and they watch a program. And it's not necessarily Donald Duck Christmas. I
Okay.
mean, although it might be.
Yeah.
But it might just be Donald Duck the cartoon.
Okay, so I'm with
He's my
Marion.
favorite.
Marion's saying in the comments, Sound of Music. That's what
would
I would have
think.
thought.
No. Okay.
You know, brown
Right,
paper packages
right,
tied up with
right.
string.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Donald Duck.
Donald Duck.
Right.
Wow.
And then because they like to keep Christmas very sacred, they actually they have a big meal, and you've heard the word smorgasbord.
Yes.
That comes from Sweden.
Okay.
So a big meal with Swedish meatballs and ham and gingerbread and rice pudding, which we will talk about on number 3.
Wow.
And then they open all their gifts on
On
Christmas
Christmas
Eve.
Eve.
Okay.
Yes. And so Christmas Day is actually a little bit of a more casual, quiet day.
A little bit calmer.
Real calmer. On Christmas Eve, it's all
Interesting.
over.
Wow,
So,
that is so interesting. Okay, I just learned something new.
I know,
like
isn't
a
that
few
crazy?
things. Yes. Wow, well, that's got to make Disney feel pretty good, right?
right. I mean,
Wow, who knew? Gosh, I had no idea. It's interesting that it would be that way too, with all these things that are so very much tradition and
Right.
a little bit more old school things, and then they have Donald Duck.
right.
I mean,
right.
that seems really strange
crazy.
to me.
Isn't that,
That is
so
crazy.
nuts?
What a great tradition. That's
Yes.
too funny.
So we
Wow.
are celebrating Sweden.
Okay, I love it. Well, are you ready to do a Swedish project that was inspired by the country of Sweden? Go ahead and get ready for this, because we are going to head over to the sewing table and take a look at what inspired you. But before we do that, I also want to let you know that you do not want to miss theme number 3, because we have a few changes that are going to happen in the year 2025 for 3 Themes at 3, and we want you to be the first to know. So you don't want to miss out on that. Plus, we're going to talk a little bit more about this during theme 3. Have you seen it? Oh my goodness. We'll get a closer look coming up soon. We'll be back right after this.
If you can color, if you can paint by number, you can do punch needle. The very first lesson, always color inside the lines, like you were doing a coloring book. Another tip is to always keep your yarn nice and loose. Look what happens on the back.
Oh,
If you punch from the front, it's going to create loops on the back. If I were wanting the loops on the front side, I'm going to punch from the back. Now, when you punch, you want to punch all the way to the base of the handle. Then your stitches truly are going to lay nice and flat, right? This little scooped edge, right? Think about that like a spoon. And the tip of your needle is always pointing in the direction that you're going.
So much fun. I can't tell you how much I enjoyed myself doing this.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Kris, and this
I'm
is Allison.
Yep.
And we are here to talk about a candle mat that we're making in
Yes.
those traditional colors
Right.
of red and white.
Right. When we think about Sweden and we think about the colors and the colors that they decorate in, red and white just came to mind. And it's
Absolutely.
also the season of light. So I thought this would be a fun project
Perfect.
because they use a lot of candles with here.
Yeah, I love that.
And
Yes, I love that.
Yeah, we're gonna put this candle mat together. It is so fun.
It looks
you
really simple.
literally need the pattern. We need some felt.
Okay.
So some felt. And we are gonna try out a new product, Kris. You nor
Yes.
I have tried this today.
Yes.
So you guys are going to share with us. This is called Double-Sided Bond Pro by Kimbermel.
This is brand new.
Brand new product.
I can't wait to try it out.
Use it with applique. And so we are going to put this together, and this is really a fun. So before I tell you, if you download the project, we have done this for other holidays.
Yes.
So we are doing it in honor of Swedish Christmas, but when you get the pattern, you didn't get the wrong pattern. It may look like Halloween a little
very
bit.
true.
Just goes to show that things can be used in multiple different ways.
Absolutely.
So
All right, so how do we begin?
So it's really easy. What you'll do is you'll print it out, and you actually get 2 templates.
Okay.
So the first template is a larger template. That's what you're going to cut your felt out with.
Okay.
So
and how many pieces of felt do we
it
need?
says 7. Now, when I did this and I used the Kimberbell felt, I wanted a little bit thicker. So it depends on which felt you use. So I cut 14 so that I could double side those.
That makes
was
sense.
Personal preference.
Well, actually, you know what that helps, Allison, is that what I'm assuming, if we were to turn over the back,
Yes.
you don't see it on the back
Right.
because you did it on the first layer, which
Yes.
I think is an excellent idea. Okay,
Right.
so you're appliquing on the front.
Yes. All right. And then the second one is you have a smaller hexie that you trace on your Heat and Bond Light or on your double-sided Bond Pro. So I'm really excited to use this because I hear amazing things. So I do 7 of these, and then we're going to actually, Kris, I know it's your lucky day.
Oh boy. Oh, do I get to use the iron?
You get to use my
She's
iron.
actually letting me use the iron.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Okay, so I'm going to cut a couple of these out. Which fabric would you like to use?
I love the gingham.
Okay, let's use the gingham.
Okay.
I'm just going to rough cut about this, and this is actually a free pattern in the club.
Woohoo! Yay, club.
Yep. Where's Linda when we need her? But if you don't have the club, then it's also available as a download. So I'm just going to rough cut this out and send
Okay.
you over. You are going to do this on the wrong side of this
Okay.
gingham fabric.
So this is really no different than if you were using Heat and Bond Light. We're just using a different product.
Right.
Again, this is what is it called? Double bond?
Double-sided Bond
Double-sided bond.
Pro.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Well, let's head
You do
over
exactly the
here.
same. You're just going to press for 7
Okay.
seconds on that side, and then we're going to cut
All
it out.
right. So back side, I've got that little bumpy side down, and just hold on to it for
About 7 seconds.
about 7 seconds. Okay.
Now, rumor has it that this stuff is so good
Yeah.
that the girls at Kimberbell tried to get it off and could not. So
Whoa, that's impressive. You know, I know this is the product that they are using for the pre-cuts on the needle punch.
Oh, nice. So you
and-
know that
yeah,
it's great.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
Okay.
now we're just going to, I used a Sharpie to draw this on. I found, because this is a little, it's really shiny, I found that a Sharpie worked best. I tried to use a pen and it didn't work very
Well,
great.
it has, yeah, like you
'Cause
said,
it's-
it has a little bit of shine on there.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different than a Heat and Bond that is more paper-like.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm just cutting right on the lines here. This is just a fun project. It goes together so fast.
It really would, absolutely.
I'm going to cut 2 just because when we sew 2 together, I want to show how they come together.
Okay.
So we're going to use a zigzag or a blanket stitch on our machine. So
love
just a
those.
chance to use a little bit of a decorative stitch on here.
Yeah.
Because now I'm going to take these, I'm going to center them on that 4-inch hexie that I cut out.
Okay.
Okay.
So this would be great for
I'll let
using
you
your
peel one
scraps
off.
of fabric.
Yes, yes. So, and you could do these
that
any
comes
color.
off
Does that
really
come off
easily.
so
yeah,
great?
it really does. Okay.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, I'm handing these back. 'Cause
Oh,
what I'm going to do
am I
is I'm
back
going to.
over here?
Yep, you're back over here. You're going to
Okay.
just actually center those and iron those on.
Okay. You got it. Here we go. So let's see.
I cannot wait to see how this stuff works because I just absolutely love Heat and Bond for application.
Would you use like a pressing cloth in between?
You don't even need to.
Okay. Just as long as you don't hold it on too
long.
That is I can tell already that's a very strong hold. Yeah.
So the thing I love about this is if you didn't want to put a decorative stitch around the edge,
Wow.
you don't have to.
Wow.
Can't get it off.
No.
That's so great.
Okay. There you go.
Okay, so you're going to put 7 of these together. And I want to even this edge up just a little bit right here.
Okay.
I'm going to put 7 of these together because then what you'll do is once they're together, you're going to just create this hexie. So you start with your center one. So it's kind of really fun to do it scrappy, but if you didn't want to do it scrappy, so you would do a blanket stitch or a zigzag stitch around here if you wanted to. And then you're going to work 2 at a time. And what you'll do is you're just going to actually take these to the machine, and you want to put these together and kind of zig right over,
you're just butting them up against each other?
Yep, just butting them right up against each other.
Okay.
So you would just zigzag right along there.
Okay. And I've got white thread in here, but it probably, it's totally up to you as what you're going to do here. And on my machine, I have it set to a zigzag that you can see right there.
Right, and if you wanted to increase your stitch size on there, so that it grabs both sides, you absolutely can.
Oops, sorry about that. I was trying to get my needle centered. There we go. All right. Oh yeah, that's
Nice.
easy.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, I missed right here, so I'm going to go back if that's all right.
Of course
you know
it is.
what? Actually, it might be a good idea to actually widen that zigzag a little bit to make sure you get both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right here.
So on your width, you're just going to increase that a little bit. And I did that on the example. I used a little bit wider on there.
So I am going to go over it one more time, but that's all right.
There's also we're using the Baby Lock Altair.
Yeah.
There's also a blanket stitch that goes both ways.
Yeah.
That would be great as well.
That's true. Okay, I can see that right here. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I need to add on another one.
Let's add another one.
And where would I add that?
You just do 2 at a time, and I would go around the.
Oh, so maybe I should do 2 new ones?
Yes.
Okay. Now we're going to pretend that these actually have fabric on them.
Right.
Okay. So again, I'm not doing right sides together. I'm just butting up the edges and going from there. Whoops. There we go. Okay.
So perfect.
Yeah, I love that.
Yep.
Okay, you can see right here. Let's take a look. There we go. And they are next to each other. So I would continue this same method all the way around.
All the way around. Yep.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so then once you have those all the way around, then you actually have them in a hexagon.
I love
to
that.
make that. Now, what I did is I just took another piece of faux felt and just kind of stabilized it.
So really you were only cutting 7 hexagons, not 14 hexagons. 7 hexagons and then 1 big piece for the back.
Unless you wanted to do 14 and do a different color on the back.
That's true. You could do that.
You could just swap it over. I mean, whatever. And like I said, you don't even, this is a candle mat, or you don't even have to do that. I just liked the stability
I
that
like
it gave
too.
it to.
It actually does give it some more stability. So I think that's a great idea.
There's some really thick felt out there. The other thing that I also thought is if you used, I always forget the name, what's it called? Shapeform. Shapeform. I always want to say, if you use shapeform in between, then it would be really stable.
And this would also be a good wool project too. For those of you who love wool, if you have scraps of wool, and again, a great scrap buster. I mean, I'm thinking about, oh my goodness, I have a whole bin full of reds. That I could
You
just
can
throw
see on
together.
this example, I did not use the same red more than once, and so it was just absolutely great. So just a really fun nod to Sweden, red or white. I mean, you can just leave this up.
And I love that it's a candle mat, and you said it was the season of light.
Yep, season of light.
Wow.
So, and I am loving this new double-sided Bond Pro Picks Them Up.
Yes.
We just barely got it.
Yes.
I included that under new releases too.
Okay.
That is fantastic, actually.
So remind us one more time, Allison, where can they find the pattern if they're looking for the pattern, as well as the Bond Pro and everything
And I also
else?
included red and white felt.
Perfect.
So just go to new releases under My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop, and you can find it there, or you can also find the pattern under As Seen on 3 at 3. We have 2 different places on the website, and so that's just absolutely fantastic. Or if you're a member of the club, it's called the Easy Peasy Hexy Squeezy Candle Mat. Did not name that.
I might have.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's just
too good.
really fun. Throw together something fun. This would be really fun to do with the kids, I think. I mean, something fun just a fun gift or a table decoration.
For sure.
So
There's some good ideas in the comments as well. Doris shares that it would be a great project for cutting machines.
Absolutely.
Boy, you'd get that done in no time at all.
Right.
And William shared that you could also use Insulbright in the middle of the mat.
yes, absolutely. And
I
it'd
love
be
that.
a great trivet.
It would.
Yep.
Absolutely. I love it. And Sherry is asking, can we get the tree design still?
Absolutely. That is also under new releases. It's all on the website
Yes.
and it's a download. So, and it's also free in the club.
Yes.
Thank you, Kris. She and Kathy made that free in the club. So be sure there are,
Yeah.
what did you say?
Six
different
sizes.
sizes.
Yeah.
And this is the 5x7 on the sweatshirt. I know that it goes
I
smaller and bigger.
I
She went
all the
out.
way to 11 by 16.
It's
so
so
those of you
fun.
with that mega hoop, you're going to be able to do something really big.
And my 20-year-old granddaughter asked for a sweatshirt, so you know it's cool with the kids.
I love it.
Yeah,
Oh, good, good, good. All right. Well, thank you, Allison. That was
You're
really
welcome.
fun. I enjoyed learning a little bit more about that and talk about a quick and easy project for the holiday season. And like Allison mentioned, I mean, so many different colors and fabrics. You could do it for any kind of holiday that you want.
Yes, when you
Okay.
get the pattern, you'll see that we did it for
I love
Halloween.
it.
So.
I love it. All right, friends. Well, we're ready to move on to theme number 3. We're not only going to share a recipe with you. That's a Swedish recipe. Can't wait to try. We also are going to talk about the brand new Going to Girlfriends puzzle. And as you see right now, you're about to find out a little bit more about the changes for 2025 for 3 Themes at 3.
A new year always brings change, and 3 Things at 3 is getting a new name and time.
3 Themes at 3 is now 3 Themes Live and will air Monday through Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern and 1 p.m. Mountain Time, starting Monday, January 13th.
We've heard you, and we're working to make our horseshoe of friendship even larger.
Girlfriend, you come on over.
Join in all of the amazing things on 3 Things Live.
It's still the same creative lifestyle show for sewers and quilters. Just tune in on Monday, January 13th at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. Or watch past shows on demand via Facebook or YouTube by clicking the links below.
Come and spend some time with your girlfriends during 3 Things Live, where we always have something to make you smile
Something to learn.
and something to discover.
Let's go!
What do you think about the new changes for 3 Themes at 3? So we're here to answer a few questions. And Rebecca, what are your thoughts about the new change?
What are my thoughts? I am so excited about the new change.
Yeah.
I have seen a lot of people on the East Coast that they watch late and
Yeah.
it's almost dinner time, right? And so I'm excited for them specifically
Yes.
because they can, I don't know, start it earlier in their day, right?
Yeah, you're going to have to, make that known in your calendar to
Right.
say it is
Right.
at 1 o'clock Mountain Time.
Set an alarm, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And
3 Things at 3 on the East Coast.
East Coasters, you'll be so happy, right? And then it will be, so it won't be at 5 for the East Coast any longer. It will be at 3 o'clock on the East. So let's see, 1 o'clock here, that means noon Pacific. 2 o'clock Central, and 3 o'clock Eastern. So make sure and write that down. And I love somebody said that they love the new name.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, it is a great
I kind
name.
of like it too, because for so long, for those of you who've been with us for a long time, you know that the way it started, 3 Themes at 3, was during the pandemic. And I was just trying to figure out a way to connect with people from all around who were stuck in their homes. And so it was one of those things that I thought, 3 o'clock, that'll be a little catchy. 3 Themes, 3 o'clock. It was easy to remember. What we've realized
over the past 4 years is that, you know, 3 Themes at 3 might not mean a whole lot to somebody out there who's thinking, what does at 3 mean? They're not thinking Mountain Time. So it's now 3 Themes Live, and all of those changes will happen beginning Monday, January 13th. So we hope you will join us for that. And I'm excited. It is going to be Monday through Wednesday, so 3 times during the week.
You like the 3?
We like
right?
the number
like
3.
the 3.
All good things come in 3s, I say. It doesn't have to be, you know, there's people who say, oh, bad things happen in 3s. No, let's say that there's good things happening in 3s, right?
Right.
And yeah, that'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So Allison, what does that leave for Thursday, Friday?
Well,
for
you
us?
know, the nice part about that is it sure leaves it open for us to do more online education, more sew-alongs, more Kimberbell events, more other events, and it really opens it up for a lot more interaction besides just a 3 o'clock show. What we found is that when we are doing a show at 3 o'clock every single day, it kind of just cuts into a lot of other things that we want to offer all of our girlfriends and guy friends, you know, that is not.
We have a lot more classes to do, more in-depth classes, more in-depth events, things like that. So we will still be around on Thursdays and Fridays.
Right.
There's still going to be things that are going on, but it won't necessarily mean it's a 3 Themes at 3. So you've got it 3 days a week, 1 o'clock Mountain Time.
And, you know, some of us do work. And I know it seems like we don't work around here, but, you know, we do work.
Sure do.
And so our hearts are with all of you that go to work every single day. So the replays will always be available. We are not changing that. So we don't really want to.
It might make it even easier to catch a replay.
Right.
So we're very excited about it. Let's see. You know, it's just, change is good.
Right.
Change is good. We like changing things up. And again, we hope you'll join us for 3 Themes Live on January 13th. Now, just as a side note, this will be our last week of 3 Themes at 3 for the holidays, because we're taking a little bit of a break as we, you know, we know you're busy, we're all trying to get ready for the holidays. So just know this coming Thursday is our last one for the year, and then we will join again, and I guess really the last 3 Themes at 3 forever.
Right.
In fact, I loved what Connie said in the comments, that she said, oh, I guess my 3 Themes at 3 shirt is now a collector's item. Exactly. So we're very, very excited about it. So we hope you'll join us for that and be excited for us with the change as well. It's, you know, it's impossible to find the perfect time for everyone, but we're sure doing our best. And 1 o'clock is going to be perfect. So 3 Themes Live, January 13th. All right. Allison, what have you made for us?
So one of the traditional meals in Sweden that they like to serve is a Swedish rice pudding.
Oh, I love
Do you love rice pudding?
Yes.
Okay, so this is my mother-in-law's recipe, and it's just a traditional rice pudding. Now, one of the things they do in Sweden is if you get the almond, there's one almond in here. So as you can see, if you get the almond in here, then it's supposed to bring you luck and prosperity for the new year. So I did make this. You can serve this warm or cold. We like it warm at my house, but you know, somebody wouldn't let me just be cooking all morning. So you get it cold. So. Well,
oh my goodness, I think cold would be great too. What exactly is in rice pudding?
So rice pudding is actually more like a custard. It has a lot of heavy milk and cream and some eggs. Good?
That is really good.
Oh, I've never had rice pudding.
You
so
have
I'm
not?
actually kind of excited about this.
Okay, here
I
you
see
go.
Raisins, right?
So yes, there's raisins. So then it has eggs in there, sugar. So yeah, it's more like a custard, and then you use rice in there. And there's a lot of different ways to make it. You can make it on the stovetop. You can bake it. You know, so
that is yummy.
Isn't that delicious?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, thank
and
you.
And we have the recipe for it.
We have the recipe. It's also available under new releases as a download. So
wow.
Yep.
Okay. I love it. Thank you, Allison. Now, a couple of other things that's happening. We're getting questions about this. Is Comment Sold changing? Nope. Comment Sold will continue being on Wednesday nights and Friday mornings. So that has not changed at all. So don't worry about that. But the one thing that I am just so giddy about is this. Are you kidding me?
It's so cute.
I told
So cute.
everyone who was on here, I guess you cannot leave girlfriends because you are now on a puzzle.
Right.
It's a real deal. But our friends at Dowdle Puzzles, we love Dowdle Puzzles. I mean, who doesn't love a Dowdle puzzle? They're amazing and great quality. We teamed up with them to create the Going to My Girlfriends. Now, kind of an interesting quick little side note. You remember when we were trying to come up with a name for this puzzle, for me, it was Going to My Girlfriends because you can see so many of your girlfriends and guy friends right here. If you've been with us for a while, you know some of the inside jokes that are also on there. And for those of you who remember that the way My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop was named, it was after my grandmother who went to her girlfriends to sew. And even though she was not a seamstress and she was not a quilter or a machine embroiderer, none of that, her friends still invited her to be a part of that circle. And I will never forget that when I called her one day and asked her what she was doing, she said, I'm going to my girlfriends. So that's kind of in a nutshell what the shop was named after, was My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop. So therefore, this is titled Going to My Girlfriends. You're going to see a lot of people that you recognize, and this is something that's available for sale. It started last night, and the regular price on this is $24.99. It is $16.99 as an introductory price, and we couldn't be more excited. And I have to give a shout out to Shelby,
Oh, yes, she
who
did
is
an
the
amazing
one
job.
who did all the artwork on this. She did an incredible job, and we're really grateful for her and all her hard work behind this.
Right.
So make sure and pick this up.
Oh, yeah, it's
because
just fun.
It is. It's just one of those unique items that you won't be able to find anywhere else.
Right.
So anyway, and I love the box that it's in
Yes.
too.
Yes.
So
Yes. How many times do you have a puzzle and then all of a sudden the box is like smashed and you're losing pieces?
very, very nice quality. So anyway, something to get excited about. Peggy said she got hers ordered. That's good, Peggy, because you're on here. You are on here, my friend.
She's famous now, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I told Mike, I said, I guess you've arrived when your picture is
Is on a puzzle?
puzzle. I don't know. Too funny. So anyway, kind of fun. All right. Well, I think that sums everything
Right.
up for. We had lots of great things to be able to
Yes,
share
cannot
today.
wait for the rest of the week.
Yes, be sure to stay with us all week long. I can't wait. This is really exciting to just kind of think about the different traditions from all around the world.
Right.
And it's something to
Be sure to
look
share your
forward to.
traditions. We love to learn.
Absolutely.
So.
Yes, absolutely. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being with us today. We hope we've been able to inspire you and to try something new. And whether it's a recipe or whether it's making the candle mat, we hope you're enjoying whatever it is you're doing. Keep doing all the things you love. Hope to see you again real soon. Bye-bye.